My name is Tsuyuki. I teach composition and creative writing here at the college. I love teaching English 100 in particular because it's one of those classes I think where we get to really teach whatever we want. It's one of those classes where we have a lot of flexibility. And so in my case, I love talking about food, food as it relates to culture, food as it relates to production, food as it relates to the environment, travel, identity. Food's one of those things that we all have in common. And so it's a way for us to connect, but it's also something that I think we have unique perspectives about. And so everybody has an opportunity to contribute something. I think of myself as being very much like bamboo, right? I'm very firm, but I'm flexible when I need to be, I think, so long as students communicate, of course. I understand that life happens, and so when it's necessary, I'm always willing to work with students. I look forward to that. But if you talk to my students, they'll tell you that I have high expectations for them. It's a challenging course, all of the courses that I teach. But I think students that show up, students that take part, they participate, students that utilize the resources that we have on campus, from the writing center to supplemental instruction, students that come to office hours and do those kinds of things, I think they find much more success than they otherwise would. I do the traditional things. I hold office hours, I introduce them to the writing center, but I'm looking out for students in a lot of other ways too, I think. For instance, I always recommend that they check out the food pantry if they're ever hungry. It's a great place. Students can literally get a bite to eat there for free. I mentioned the farmers market. This ties back to my passion for food, I think, because a lot of students aren't aware that we have a farmers market. I really believe students have a ton of knowledge that we as instructors can tap into. And so once we discover that and we find a way for them to bring it in, students, I think they're more successful.